for your wits. More or less cash.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiski Times, CO.za. It's the biggest game of the South African football calendar. It's the Soweto Derby, Kaizer Chiefs versus Orlando Pirates versus Kaizer Chiefs. And as always, there's an incredible lack of imagination in terms of how this game is promoted. Most of all these media houses, especially the television ones, which have big budgets, they will just call a legend from Chiefs and a legend from Pirates, and the conversation will always be the same. It's never from the perspective, if I had a budget, for example, I would pick from any of our subscribers, and then we'll literally take you on a journey of from morning on the day of the Soweto Derby up until the match and after the match, literally from the point of view of one of the fans, whether it's male or female, abantu abadala, nabantwana. Just use your imagination to promote the Soweto Derby, because it's the same all the time. It's like, okay, let's speak to the former player and so on and so forth. With this channel, we're really limited with resources, and also the format is very limiting as well. We don't really move around, but television has so much budget that they could do way better. However, it's going to be the biggest numbers of the year this year in terms of the number of people that are going to be watching the Soweto Derby. I'm sure the 9,000 tickets that were left or that were remaining, I'm sure they will be sold out at some point, or by the time we're speaking, they would have been sold out. Of course, the difference is that other times when the teams are doing well, the tickets sell out within hours. These ones took a while, but a sellout is still a sellout anyhow. Tso Vilakazi, our analyst, Orlando Pirates legend and icon in South African football, one of the best players to have ever played in the history of the Premier Soccer League, with over 60 goals scored for Orlando Pirates, particularly. In fact, I was seeing something that says that was showing the Pirates' performance in the year 2002-2003. You were actually the top goal scorer at Pirates with 19 goals that year, from being a central and attacking midfielder. How are you feeling about the Soweto Derby, Mr. Tso?
Mr. Kunjani mfethu? Ngibulise wena, ngibulise Justice, ngibulise Junior. Ngibulise namakhaya, ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Ngizobeka nje njalo ngijike futhi. Mr. K, you know, it's the first time where I've got mixed feelings about Derby like Sasa, because you know, when you look at the Pirates against the Cape Town Spurs, they didn't look like they really, you know, by lungisa imkhonto yabo for iDerby, because you know, a game before iDerby, it's a very important game. It gives confidence going to a big game. So I'm a bit worried ukuthi setup izoba njani laphana kulontuzana ku Pirates. But yes, with the number of players abanawo, I mean, they've got good players, attacking players. They just need to find the right combination. On the other side, Amakhosi, uzwile about Amakhosi, they're picking winning ways. Amakhosi for life.
One goal in 2024 after 3 matches.
Mr. Keo, ngicela ukuthi ungayiqali ngoba abona lena Mr. Keo, the club player inkulu, the club player ungayiNamibia manje uzalithola ichance. Bheka ngisho noma bathi ungawina ama trophy, yabona lamanje bayasho ukuthi no, Sundowns ngawina every season ama trophy, but we are still a big team. So yeah, you know, when we love our teams, Mr. Keo. Doesn't matter ukuthi benza kanjani, but we love our teams. Mr. Keo,
let's talk. Sorry to cut you. So let's talk about the major players to look forward to in the Soweto Derby. I thought Wandile Duba scored. I don't think that is a major player in the Soweto Derby. In fact, we wouldn't even. It's possible that we won't even see him. I'm sure Kevin Johnson is still thinking what to do in that, because I asked you about him. What would you do? Would you start with him or Gonzalez? And then you said, of course, you would choose him. He scored a great goal midweek, but nothing much after that in terms of his overall game. But when I was watching these midweek matches, I said, okay, Wandile Duba, 19 years old, and then Umufugeng na Waphakamisa Sandla, as always with him, is a king. That kid is a king. He's 18 years old, 17, 18, something like that. I thought, okay, these will be the major players. But there's a player here in the Soweto Derby that is incredibly underrated, that when he's there, he makes Orlando Pirates 2 times better the defense they are than when he's not there. And I'm talking about Oli Sandar. When he's there, they look like kings, and when he's not there, they look like jokes. Like whenever he's not there, I just know like Pirates is going to concede, and that's exactly what happened even with game Cape Town Spurs. Let's talk about ukubaluleka kwakhe Olisanda, and maybe look at Kaizer Chiefs as well. Which are the important players?
Mr. Geo, one thing khuluma ngalabafana laba bayi-2. This is an opportunity for these 2 boys to show us, yonke South Africa ukuthi what is it that they can do. Yes, I mean midweek they did very well, both of them. Good goal eyakhe uTuba. So Mufukeng, it's Mufukeng ngathi ngeke ngisakhuluma ngathi mangikhuluma ngathi ngiyamosha. So but this boy he's wonderful.
He's going places.
Mr. Nkeu, he's if you can continue get good coaching, no one will stop this boy. This boy, LS Pizza, Komboza, Olonza, no cheese, Abu Gift, when they move, they cut inside, take a shot. Look, if we can continue with the coaching, I told you right, he's going far.
Olisanda.
Hey, Mr. Nkeu, so if that's why I told you yellow card so that I'm gonna be big.
Yeah, and he came. Kupulukwana said to Itatile the yellow card deliberately. It took too long. I think it was the goal kick. It took too long towards the second. But as soon as they scored 1 goal, and then it was like, okay, let me take a suspension. Then I'm gonna miss the Cape Town Spurs game, but I'll be available for it, Derby.
Mr. K, we've been in the game for a long time, so we can see these things when they come from far to say, oh, okay. Because he knows that if he's going to play on Wednesday, definitely he was going to get a yellow card. And then it's very worrying, Mr. Nkeo, that every time when Unda is not there, there's always a problem. Every time when Unda is not there, there's always a problem. So I don't know how they're going to work it out, but good that he's going to be back. With him at the back, I'm definitely sure that I don't see that boy Utuba doing anything to hurt Pirates because Unda ukona. But if Unda bekazobangekho, then anything is possible. Maybe that boy bekazoyishaya futhi goal ngoba phela hey babuye baxeke lapha ngathi badlala emanzini abakhona ukubalance kahle lapha emuva i-movement yabo bheka igoal le equalize goal eCape Town Spurs. Everyone went to the left. No man. I mean, no. Sometimes, mina ngifuna blame my players. And my players, but they follow instructions because actually I'm a player. The boy Maralapan, you're supposed to position yourself lapaya. I know Rotman Mina. Would you give me the situations like this? I must stand there. And now even though I'm but yeah, it's good.
What do you think of to pray? Because I'm as you're speaking, nama flashbacks. Actually, he likes this Soweto Derby as well. If you give him one more chance, because I'm sure at some point he was on the bench. I think even the last game he was on the bench. It's not that he's gonna leave Chiefs because I think he's one of their most important attackers, as poor as they all are. But with the chances that he's been getting and not scoring, there's gonna be a point where okay, give other people a chance. If you give him a chance tomorrow, let's say you start him, how do you line him up in the team? Because we saw that it was central, and we saw that he's been on the right, and I'm having flashbacks that maybe in the 3 or 4 games he's played against Pirates, we are solo got defenders central. They always find him somehow in between defenders with that pace, and I think some days he scored an offside goal or something like that. Like he always is one of the players that do well against Pirates. So what would you do with him tomorrow? Actually, to pray.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll start him. I'll start him on the right, and have obviously Tuba. My problem is that now when you're thinking on the left, ngamfaka yena lo sayile lona ngoba phela at least uzawubahlupha lapha ngale speed sakhe. Nanoma azofika lena ashaya ibhola lishayise emuntwini, but it's okay. I'll start bona lapha, and then emidleleni bengizodlala uSozwane, ngifake uCastillo, ngifake uMdu in front of them. Then let's play ke lapho emuva. Yabhethe emuva man.
Bakhala ngokwenika kule ndawo kaSolomons no Frostler bathi akabaniki i-attacking width or depth.
coaches' instructions. You know, that's the thing with Senkeo. Tina, this is what we want. At least sometimes give us that width, and also the support going forward. But if a coach says, no, when I'm a lapayana, you get it, you play it, you sit lapaya. Because it's sometimes with Senkeo, there's things that we want as football people from the players, and only to find that the good coaches, they are giving different instructions to the players. So it end up a player sometimes they're getting confused because Madam Fetu now we are born and now Petu one create a situation in 2v1. Actually would know, but take him mang parcel and you cannot blame the boys. But to be honest, Mr. Keo, sometimes you need that assist, from the back, just go there to complement your right winger, because sitting every time it's boring. That's an old football.
Okay. WSB.co.za if you want to go and put your money, register and make a few bets on the website. World Sports Betting, that's our sponsor as well. We thank them all the time. You've seen us with World Sports Betting for the past 3 years, and they're always part of the team. What do you make of tomorrow then? What's your score prediction? I thought that Swallows versus Chiefs, the Soweto Derby last week, I thought that was going to be a draw, and it became a draw. Yeah, this week, I'm not sure what I'm thinking about, but I think that Pirates is stronger than Chiefs. Clearly, I think that's obvious. Pirates is stronger than Chiefs in terms of the personnel. And then, because we've been doing these videos, thousands of them, I know that every single time you saw whoever is stronger loses or draws, and whoever is weaker coming into Soweto Derby either wins or they draw. They hardly lose. So what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Mr. Nkeo, Sasa, it's a must-win for Pirates. With the quality, player now, I mean, having Abu Kimpwidi, Kapinga, Mufukeng, Maswanganyi, I mean, what more can you ask? The top striker yet maybe will be back. Umakopa. Umakopa maybe will be back, and with the names and the personality of the players, I believe that Pirates they've got a strong part, and the hope.
Score prediction?
2-1. Yeah, I'm just giving Chiefs in July 1 but Pirates they'll score. I think the score will be 2-1 for Pirates.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Tso. And so, of course, now again you have ilungelo lokufaka elakwigama emnqwazeni uhambe uyobheja. Okanye ucommente nje uba ucinga uba leliphi iqela elizawuphumelela ngomso. Khumbule ke into yoba alikho nelinye iqela kula maqela amabini liye lidominate iSoweto Derby xa lisefomini. Sisimanga ke nommangaliso walo mdlalo into yoba iyathanda ukungahambi ngeform le, kodwa ke thina kasikwazi ukupredicta ngaphandle kweform. Bengathi singabalandeli sicimele sithi le team yami izawina, le team izawina. Based on form, Orlando Pirates are really better than Chiefs, even though they're actually number 5 and number 6, and I think they're equal on points, or they're almost equal on points. But I think that given what has happened with the Nedbank Cup, the lack of goals, game, I'm sure you understand when I'm saying that Pirates ingcono Chiefs in terms of form, even though they're not miles apart from each other. But if you have to choose between Pirates and Chiefs, you would say, okay, Orlando Pirates looks like they are in decent form. Although in terms of log position, sawubona ke ngomso into baleli iqela lizawina, nangona ke unomlingo lo mdlalo ngento ba awusoze uyazi ba kokwenzeka ntoni. iDiskiTV, Diski Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.